Is he on?
Before we even get to anything, before we get to my gameplay schedule, before we get to anything else, I want to make something abundantly clear. All right, guys, I know that there is one person or parties who are out there impersonating me and doing malicious stuff, and I'm not involved in it. It's never been me doing this kind of shit ever. I just want to make that abundantly and publicly clear. All right. Yesterday I had my day off. I was not here. And as I'm out with my wife doing stuff during the day, I go to check my email and I've got like 30, 40 emails out of nowhere. Like, what is this? And I go to look. Someone is impersonating me on Twitter. All right. And basically they're using all of my publicly listed info from when I was doxxed years ago. All right. Including my actual physical mailing address, my phone number, among other pieces of info, to impersonate me and go out there and take down people's content on the internet. Now, the Twitter notices obviously meant that these were all via Twitter takedowns. Okay. I don't know if this person went and did it anywhere else. You know, I've heard that people have impersonated me in other places too, like YouTube in particular. I didn't see anything to that effect, but then again, it might just be that YouTube isn't taking those things seriously anymore, because this same kind of thing happened, I'd say 2-3 months ago. We're in the middle of the summer. I got a mass amount of messages stating that, oh, you know, people are, you know, people doing claims in your name or whatever. And at that point, after a few that seemed to be granted on YouTube, I got an email from YouTube asking, you know, can you provide more information or prove that this is you? And at that point, I responded to YouTube and I said, this is definitely not me. You should not grant these under any circumstances because I have not done these, and I don't think anyone should be held accountable for someone impersonating me. Okay? So that was months ago, and since then, I haven't gotten a single notice from YouTube about anything taken down in my name. So maybe, I don't know, but maybe somehow that fixed it on YouTube. I don't know. But it seems like Twitter just doesn't wise up. As we know from experience, Twitter's process is 100% automated. It does not require a single human to look at anything. It does not require any evidence of anything. It will literally just grant a copyright takedown if you submit one. It doesn't even confirm that you're you. And in 2020, I understand that we have companies that need to abide by DMCA. All right, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. If they don't, they can get into a lot of trouble. If a legit copyright holder comes out and feels that their property or their content has been misused and stolen from them on one of these third-party websites, they could get sued for it, okay? But it's not legal, and I don't care what anyone says, it's not legal to just take down someone's content without verifying that the person who's claiming it is the person they're saying they are. Just because someone walks in and says, that's mine, doesn't mean it's theirs. And in real life, this never happens. In real life, you got to verify someone's identity before you just hand them fucking something. Why on the internet we don't have to do that is remarkable, and basically it's laziness. These companies don't want to fucking put anything in place that actually requires effort to protect DMCA. Instead, they just want to pretend like they care about DMCA by putting in these horrendous systems that are broken and don't work. Okay? This is stupidity that someone just has my address, my name and my address, and possibly my phone number. And because of that, you know, Twitter will now just take content down willy-nilly with no verification. It's stupidity. Okay? I do not condone it. I do not support it. I don't want no one taking content down in my name, period. But the problem is I have no defense against it. Since the whole system's automated, no one comes to me to ask me, is this true? Did you do this? No, it just automatically gets granted. Okay? That's insanely dumb. So, to anyone who had their content taken off of Twitter, or maybe YouTube, because I don't even know what's going on. Again, I'm not doing it. I'm not in the loop, so I don't know what the hell's happening here. Obviously, I apologize, and I hope that you can get it cleared up. You know, I tweeted about this last night and said, this is not me. I don't know what you can do to get your content restored, but if you want to use this tweet, because this is my official Twitter account, verified, to prove that it's not me doing it, please go ahead. I don't know what else to do. The thing is, there's no one I could talk to about this. Again, Twitter doesn't have any actual support or people or nothing, just like YouTube. And actually, I take that back because YouTube does. Because now my channel has reached a certain level, I can now actually talk to a human about issues at YouTube if I want to. There's actually a partner support help that I can go to if I need, help with issues. But such a thing does not exist on Twitter. So there's nothing I can do about it. I have no control over it. I have, absolutely no action that can be taken to stop this malicious behavior. So, sorry, it's not me. It'll never be me. And by the way, don't listen to idiots who try to fucking slander me and shit, because they will. It's like, oh, Phil says it's not him, but here's evidence of that. They're making shit up. They've been doing it for years and years, and you shouldn't believe their stupidity about, dude, I don't have time to sit around trying to claim people. I don't ask anyone to claim. Like, when I was with Machinima, Machinima took it upon themselves to try to go out there and claim content under the Machinima banner. Like, they didn't claim it as Phil Burnell. They claimed it as Machinima. And people would send me evidence of that, and I was like, I didn't do that. I didn't ask them to do that. That wasn't anything that I had to do. Just the other day, okay, I put up a tweet in regards to that guy who claimed he was one of the creative directors of Google Stadia, which he was not. He lied. He was actually creative director of a studio owned by Google that develops games for Stadia. But he put out that tweet basically stating that he feels that streamers and content creators should pay a license to play or broadcast a game in public. I disagree. I responded to his tweet saying, no, I think that's wrong. Here's why. I think it's a transformative work when you do this, and it should be protected and blah, blah, blah. Slow Beef, a name that I haven't mentioned in a million years because I don't give two fucks about the guy. I never again would mention him. If he would never bring me up, I would never bring him up. But this guy has such a bug up his ass about me, all right, over the years. He just can't get over the fact that basically he acted like an asshole to me a long time ago. Not that I care anymore because I'm so far past those old days of this is how you don't play. I don't give a fuck. But basically, over the years, he just hates my guts. Whenever he can take a jab at me, he will. He's petty like that. I don't give two fucks about the guy. But he just constantly brings shit up and attacks me whenever he can. So in this case, I made this tweet to the guy about fair use and transformative work, and he responds on Twitter, oh, this is from the guy that when I streamed some of his content on Twitch, he immediately hit me with a takedown notice. I'm like, what? I've never, in my 12 years as a content creator, issued a takedown notice against a single Twitch stream, period. This guy's a fucking idiot. You make shit up. Just because you got your stream taken down doesn't mean I did it, stupid. It just means that you're dumb and you got bug up your ass about me and you can't get over it. But I don't do takedowns against Twitch streams, against YouTube videos, and especially on Twitter. Never done it, never will. So I apologize to anyone has had this happen to them, and this, especially yesterday, this slew of stuff that went out there. That's not me. I have nothing to do with it, and I'm sorry that it happened to you. Again, hopefully you can use my tweets saying it's not me to maybe get your stuff restored. I have no idea because I don't know what the process would be. I personally, as you know, have had my Twitter screwed up. Take a look at my Twitter right now. There's no profile picture and no channel banner. Why? Because they got taken down by a copyright troll who lied and said that they owned pictures of myself and my cat, which is what my profile was. My profile picture was Jasper. Excuse me, I take that back. My channel banner was Jasper, and my profile picture was a selfie I took on my fucking phone. Oh, I own those. So they took them down. So I said, you know what, Twitter? Go fuck yourself. All right? I'm never going to put up a channel banner or a profile pic ever again. Because it doesn't matter what I put up, someone else could claim it, and they have no human verify anything. It's all automated. So they just grant it. Now the thing is, I filed counter notices against those, and they never even granted them. They never granted the counter notices for my Twitter account. They just ignored them as if I had never sent them in. Why? Because the system's automated, and if they have a busy day, they don't grant all the counter notices because the system gets overloaded. Yeah, that's it. Twitter's a piece of fucking donkey shit. All these people who own these companies should get taken to task. The owner of Twitter, the owner of Facebook, the owner of YouTube, the owner of Twitch. Anyone who has an automated system trying to do something as complicated as DMCA should immediately be sued into oblivion. And they should all be held accountable for how badly they handled the law. But as of now, that hasn't happened. All right? The one or two times that it happens is by a big corporation, and then they say, oh, we're going to do more automation to fix the problem, which it never does. It just makes it worse. okay? On today's streams, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I will give you a shout out. In particular, with today's streams, they're both considered chill, laid-back streams that aren't going to be super action-intensive, and therefore, these streams will lend themselves very well to interaction. Excuse me. If you guys just want to talk and hang out rather than focus on the game, I'm okay with that. These are open-world RPGs, and these are the kind of games where that kind of, that kind of interaction is definitely promoted and welcomed. And so if you cheer, sub, or tip, chances are I will be able to give you a shout out pretty much right away. Now, in the short term, I need help with tips. Tips will help me more than anything because with all the cost of stuff coming up, games, consoles, accessories, tips would help more. But if you cheer, if you sub, I'm still very appreciative of that, all right? Our goals here on the stream, reward goals, are based on tipping. If we reach $50 in tips today, I'll put on the Gunner glasses. If we reach $100 in tips, I'll put on the vest. Now, we did hit the tips goal on Monday night in a big way, and therefore every vest today is eligible except the platinum, because we wore the platinum on Monday night. If we double the tips goal, all right? If we double the tips goal today on the stream, I will wear the cowboy hat. Yes, because today I'm playing Pokemon, which means I'm not wearing the headphones. They're going to be around my neck. That means I can wear the cowboy hat today. All right? So, please consider contributing if you can, if you like the streams or whatever. Now, one final thing that I'm going to start bringing up. Maybe you don't want to contribute in any of the ways I mentioned, but maybe you would like to contribute directly to the cost of actually doing these game coverage of the next month, right? You could do that. If you type !wishlist into the stream chat, it brings up my Amazon wish list. There you can buy credits for all the various gaming networks. I would strongly recommend you buy it for PlayStation Network because most of the games I'm going to be playing in the next month to month and a half will all be on PlayStation, with the exception of maybe the Hyrule Warriors game that I may play on the Switch. I'm kind of on the fence about that right now. But outside of that, pretty much everything's on PS5 that I'll be playing, or PlayStation 4, or both. So what you could do there, go to that wish list, and there's things there listed to buy credits for PlayStation Network. If you buy one of those, great, I appreciate that. That's going to help with the cost of games. But what you need to do then is they're going to send you the code, all right, to get credits on PlayStation Network, and you have to email that to me at darksidefil@hotmail.com. I know that sounds stupid, but sadly, that's the system they've set up. It doesn't just send the codes to me automatically. I don't know why. What's the purpose of the wish list then? I don't know. But please, if you want to help directly, you can by doing that. That will help lower the cost of the games in the next month for me, and I can focus on other stuff. And I'd appreciate that very much if anyone does. All right, so give it a look. That's !wish list to go to the wish list in the stream. Okay?
I need a dollar. That's what I need. Hey, hey.
I was going to do a big call out this morning on the pre-stream about people covering the PS5, but I decided not to because I'm critical about this stuff, and then people give me shit, and all they say is because I'm jealous. It's not.
Oh my God. Stop your fucking lying.
But I just hate looking at all this early coverage of these consoles where there's an NDA, meaning these people cannot actually say whatever they want about the consoles. Instead, they're limited to what they can say, and it has to be all positive. I'm not kidding. Like, that's what it is. These NDAs basically say, if you cannot review the console at all you can do is show off certain features that we tell you what day you can show those features off. So yesterday was the day when they can actually show you the console physically and talk about the controller. So that's what everyone did. But it was all kiss-ass shit. Oh, look, everyone zoom in on the controller. You could see tiny little symbols of the X's, O's, triangles, and squares all over the controller so you could have a good grip. And now let's talk about how good haptic feedback is. And that's all anyone posted yesterday. And I'm like, I don't care about it. When I get it in my hands, I'll care about that. I don't need someone to hype that shit up for me 2 weeks before the launch of the console, and it's obvious it's all shill shit. It's all billing a shill for Sony so you could get the console early. That's what I hate about this early fucking coverage bullshit. I have not seen a single person on the internet criticize the Xbox Series S, X, or PS5 yet. Not a single fucking piece of criticism. Instead, it's all kiss-ass shit because these people were told they're not allowed to criticize if they get it early. That's why I don't support the whole early content creator influencer bullshit. It's not legitimate. It's not a legitimate coverage. It's paid advertisement. So that's why, it pisses me off. But that's just me. All right? By the way, I wasn't looking to get the consoles early. I don't want them early. I'm not going to be one of those chosen golden streamers or content creators. I don't want to be. I want to be just like you, get it on launch day just like you, and unbox it just like you. And I'll be honest, when I actually unbox my console and I hook it up, I'll be honest about what I think about it. I don't have to just say positive shit because no one's fucking paying me or having me sign an NDA about it. So, we'll see what actually happens when I get my PS5, okay? But anyway, I digress. It pisses me off to see the garbage coverage of this thing on the internet. It's all positive kiss-ass shit. It makes me want to vomit. All right, let's continue. Tuna Roll tipped me $1.50, said, curious here, if Sony did give you a free PS5, would you not be biased? I mean, innately, yeah. Yes. There's no way I could deny that. If you get something early, if you're one of the chosen select few, all right, that these companies determine are, oh, you're our content creator who we really like the way you present yourself. Here's an NDA saying you can't say anything negative about our console, and here's a free one. Right? I mean, if by some insane freak accident I were to get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X or any console early, I would probably never get one again because I would continuously tell you guys during my coverage of it, I'm not allowed to say anything negative. I would literally say that. Well, just so you guys know, I'm going to show you some features of this console today, but I'm not allowed to say anything negative. I'm telling you up front. Later on, at a date, I will give you a full review of this and my full thoughts, but for now, all I can do is show you the positive features of this console. And if I said that, everyone would be like, I can't believe Phil said that. And then probably either Sony, Microsoft, whoever would say, well, why are we ever going to give this guy something again? And that would be the end of it. Because I'm an honest guy. I couldn't live with myself basically telling you, oh, what I'm doing here is not honest. I have no ability to be honest about what I'm doing right now. You know, because I'm basically a paid shill. You know, I couldn't do it. So, like I said, here's the thing. A lot of people might be disappointed that these content creators, influencers got these consoles early and they're putting out their coverage early. Like, oh man, they killed us because now we wanted to do that and now no one's going to care because it's already all over the internet. No, it's the opposite for me. Let them put out their shill positive stuff so when it actually comes out, I can tell you my true thoughts about these consoles and I can tell you, gee, this is probably what everyone should have said and didn't because they couldn't because they were all paid shills. You see? So, it'll be just as interesting when I get my PS5 as all these people getting it early because you're going to get the truth. Frooks resale for 6 months said, do you think someday, oh my god, do you think someday console companies will get a lawsuit for illegal advertisement? You would have think that would have happened a million years ago. Blast processing on the Genesis. It didn't even exist. It was a fucking marketing term they created. The actual thing that they sold the console on didn't exist inside of it. Bacon Plays just hit me $2. He says, I appreciate your honesty about the consoles. We make a video review on the console where you stream your experience. It's going to be streamed. I'm not going to edit shit. Like I said, when I get it that day, I'll be doing a live unboxing. We'll be walking through the hookup process, the dashboard, the initial day one patch, if there's any. I'm going to be downloading a ton of games. We're going to start messing with games. I'm going to tell you about what I think about this haptic feedback controller who's everyone's kissing its ass left, right, up, down, left, everywhere, every direction. I'm going to tell you everything. It's going to be live streamed. It's going to be exciting. Long Schlong says I'm a begging shill. See, that's incorrect. I may be a beggar, but I'm certainly not a shill, and you can enjoy a tasty, lean-in, permanent manual band, my friend.